This video is all about why you're going to fail on YouTube and why it's important that you fail on YouTube. And I have some things that you need to think about when you're creating your brand and growing your channel. So when it comes to YouTube, failing is kind of a big part of it, and I've talked about this before in some of my previous videos, but you have to fail to learn, and that's with anything that you do. No matter what industry, no matter what kind of content you're creating or what type of job you have in general, you need to fail somewhat to be able to create better content or to be better at what you're doing, because when you fail, you learn what you shouldn't do. If you were to go through life and never fail, then you're never going to learn how to be better, and I think that's important. So when it comes to YouTube, I'm talking about failing for a few reasons, because a lot of people just want that 1 million+ followers right out of the gate, and that is not something that I think that you should be striving for when you're first starting your channel. There are some YouTubers out there who have been getting like crazy numbers first few videos they uploaded, and you know, that's awesome, but honestly, that's not something that I would want starting out. And there's a reason for this. When you're going down this YouTube journey, when you're creating content, you need to start small and you need to just start creating and learn the process of creating and learn what you want to create. If you started just going out there and putting content out and you're getting 1 million followers, tons of views, and it just exploded right out of the gate, you're gonna think that everything that you do is right and that you should just keep going down this path. But in reality, when it comes to building a brand, building a channel, building a sustainable business over time with what you're doing here on YouTube, you need to be producing a lot of content. You need to shoot a lot of videos so that you know what you want to do moving forward. Because if I exploded right out of the gate with the first few videos that I produced, I would not be where I am today, because my channel has evolved so much in 3 years that what I started with is nowhere near where I'm at now. I've produced over 500 videos on this channel, and it's, you know, not everyone's gonna produce that much content to get to where I'm at. Some people are gonna produce more, some people are gonna produce a lot less. But I think the process of going through and creating these 500 videos that I've produced on my channel have given me guidance, and they've given me the backbone. And I think backbone is super important so that when opportunities present themselves to you as you grow, as you get bigger, you know how to deal with them and you know what to do moving forward. And this is kind of the bigger point that I'm getting down to. So recently I've been working with some bigger sponsors, and when you have those opportunities coming and knocking on your door, and if you've built your brand and shot a bunch of videos and you know what you're going after, then when that happens, you know how to deal with it. But if you had just a few videos on your channel and you didn't really understand what you wanted to do with your channel, then when that happened, you're not really gonna know which direction to go down and how to even to respond to these opportunities that are coming your way. So I know it's tough, especially starting out, especially as a smaller creator. It's tough not to get tons of views, get invited to different events, get sponsors, all these different things that you see the bigger YouTubers doing, but it's important that you focus on your content when you're starting out. So when you focus on your content, you can really dive into you. You can really dive into what it is that you want to create, what it is that you are, who you are as a creator, because that's the most important aspect. Because once you've created a series of videos, let's say you have 100 videos on your channel, that is your backbone. That is like, you know what you're creating, you know how you create, so that when somebody says, hey, I want to do this project with you, or I want you to use this piece of gear, I want to sponsor you in this way, or I want you to come join us on this trip, you know how to do that, and you know how to fit it into your audience. You understand who the people are on the other side of the camera. You understand what you're creating for, why you're creating, you understand what even the purpose of all of this is, and if this is something you want to go down. So when it comes to mistakes, this is like a big roundabout thing that I've been talking about, but when it comes to mistakes, when you're starting out as a creator, it's important that you make mistakes. It's important that you just create content and put it out there and see what happens. There are so many videos on my channel specifically that I look back on and I'm like, why did I ever make that? But if I didn't make that video, then I wouldn't know that that's not the kind of video that I should make, or that's not the way I should make it, or that's not the style I should make it in. So it's important that you just focus on producing content and figuring out who you are as a creator, not worrying about numbers, not worrying about views, not worrying about how much money you're making, and all of that will come as you figure out what content you want to produce. Because as you figure out what content you want to produce, you're going to find your audience who wants to consume your content, and then it's all going to start growing together, and eventually that light switch will flip. And what happens is when that light switch flips and you have people coming and knocking on your door, you have those sponsors ready, you have those opportunities coming, you know what you're doing and you know how to deal with it, and you've made the mistakes, so you know that if I produce this video that the sponsor wants me to do, I'm gonna be able to do it in this way. It's gonna satisfy my audience, it's gonna get views, it's gonna make the sponsor happy, and it's gonna be something that you're happy about, you're passionate about, and you enjoy doing. All right guys, I gotta get back on the road. I was just driving home from Big Bear. I was doing a little gimbal review up here, hanging out in the mountains, but I had an idea for this video, something I was just thinking about as I was driving down the mountain, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I think it's important, no matter what size creator you are, that you think about these things, you don't focus on the numbers, and you really just boil it down to who you are, what you're creating, and really focus on that. All right guys, I'll see you on the next one.